So one final thing, and then we'll start getting data from Firestore. What I want to do is I want my dummy data to represent this 100%, and then I want a single column, a folder column to represent this 100%. But right now my dummy data is not representing this. I have very bad dummy data, so let me try and go and have a look at the data, and I even have an error in here because the dummy data right now uses real files, right? But notice these are the actual files, and I'm not working with files right here. I'm actually working with a representation of a file, for instance. I'm not using real folders either. I'm just having the main information about a folder right here. So we need to also have our model look something like that. And I'm going to paste this in now. I know that's not something we favor, but the reason I'm doing it is because it'll just take a lot of time to just remap all of this. I'm pretty much just creating the folders like they should actually be represented. I'm explaining that this should be a folder type, and I'm going to make it look like this specifically. And the way a folder should look, I've already modeled this, so I don't know why I didn't use it. So if you look at the folder column right here, the folder, you'll see that it has a unique ID, a name, files, and subfolders. That's how it has looked all the time. But instead of using that model, I started making some kind of stupid dummy data, and now it's modeled the right way. So now we have a folder available, and that folder can now be placed inside a folder column this way. Because what I want to do for the folder column is actually I want to add just a display name is already there, and that's because we're extending the column, right? And that's where the display name resides. So remember, the column interface has a display name, and the folder column has an extension of that. So instead of actually here having a list of folders and files, we're just going to say the main folder, he has all that information. So we're just going to add a folder now to our columns, like this, very simple. And now the column has a folder, and we can then use that folder in our system column inside the file system column and say we don't have folders available now in the folder column, but we have the main folders, right? So there we go. Now we have subfolders here, and now we have that access point. We also have the main folders, files available. So now we've made the exact same setup, but just a lot simpler, and now it's actually represented exactly like the setup we have inside Firestore. Now the cool thing here to notice is it's still running. So it works with that setup now, and we can now in the next lesson start making a service and start grabbing some actual real data from Firestore. See you next time. Have fun.